Hey everyone, we are very excited to announce a new feature for SAR Command Assist, and that is the ability to synchronize with the mapping program we all know and love, Caltopo. You might know it as SARtopo, same thing. This new feature in SAR Command Assist is going to allow you to save a lot of time by connecting the two together and automating some things. So what sorts of things can be synchronized? You can synchronize assignments between the two, synchronize clues between the two, and by virtue of connecting the two together, SAR Command Assist can help automate a number of tasks in Caltopo, just to make things go faster, make your life easier. So how does it work? There is a one-time setup you need to do in Caltopo to generate a key that will let them connect together. And then you add that key into SAR Command Assist. Once you've done that, that's a one and done kind of thing. At that point, SAR Command Assist is ready to go for your first incident. When an incident does occur, you would go into Caltopo, make your map, save it in Caltopo, and then you can use the map ID in the URL, and we'll show you that in a minute. Use that map ID to connect the two together. At which point, SAR Command Assist every 15 seconds or so will exchange data back and forth with Caltopo. So why synchronize assignments? Well, there's a number of benefits of bringing assignments from Caltopo to SAR Command Assist. Most notably, if you're like me, you will typically be drawing them in the map first, and then go back and fill in the paperwork with the descriptions and attach people and all that kind of stuff afterwards. This way, when you create that assignment in Caltopo, it will just download automatically into SAR Command Assist and be ready for you there with a little stub. It will also take the details you've created in Caltopo and add them into SAR Command Assist. The benefit of going the other way, so from SAR Command Assist to Caltopo, the big one to me is going to be a big time saver, is it's SAR Command Assist will automatically number your assignments for you, so 101, 102, etc. And it'll send those numbers back to Caltopo. So if you just draw your assignments and leave the number and letter blank in Caltopo, SAR Command Assist will just sort of take care of that for you, and then there's always going to be a one-to-one agreement between the two. Another advantage is, since so many field team members are using the Caltopo mobile app in the field at this point, they'll be able to look and see what the description of their assignment is right there on the map, as well as on your ICS 204. Details like coordinates, size, etc. will be imported. And that's valuable if you're doing some of the number crunching in terms of the size of assignments and the estimated time to complete them. And finally, SAR Command Assist will synchronize status with Caltopo. So I'll show you how that might be helpful in a minute here. Another thing you can do is, as I said, synchronize clues. As a clue is added into the map in Caltopo, probably by a user on their mobile device, that clue report, the brief clue report in Caltopo, will be downloaded directly into SAR Command Assist and be there to be included in your paperwork. Additionally, if you make a new clue in Caltopo, in SAR Assist, sorry, if you make a new clue in SAR Command Assist, it will automatically be sent to Caltopo to show up on your map, assuming you included coordinates. And finally, if your AHJ, or your authority having jurisdiction, is uncomfortable with clue details being stored in Caltopo because it's on a US server, some Canadian agencies are concerned about that. This process can, at your option, automatically obscure the clue details in Caltopo. So Caltopo, whatever people wrote, will be replaced with clue 1, clue 2, clue 3, clue 4, with the details stored in SAR Command Assist. There's a few other things you can do with the automation so far. So you can specify default folders that will automatically be created in Caltopo once the connection is made. This helps just sort of standardize how the maps get organized within your organization. SAR Command Assist can automatically back up, so it'll download a backup of your map every however often you specify. and that backup is stored on your local machine. So if anything goes wrong with the Caltopo map, you can download that backup and or upload that backup and import it into a new map, and away you go. And also when you add a new operational period in SCA Command Assist, will automatically appear in Caltopo as well. So just little time savers here, there, and everywhere. A few notes before we get to the demo. You do need to use assignments in Caltopo, not lines or polygons. They have to be the assignment type object just to have the data that is needed to connect to SCA Command Assist and to tell SCA Command Assist that that is in fact an assignment, not just a range ring or a segment or something of that nature. You only need to run Caltopo Sync on one computer running SCA Command Assist. So if you've got a network, local network, or an internet sync, only one computer needs to synchronize with the map. It's just a lot of wasted time and processing space and internet to try and synchronize multiple computers to the map at the same time. If you're connected by LAN, for example, for SCA Command Assist, when one computer downloads those details, they'll automatically spread out to all the other computers connected by LAN or internet sync. It is best to create the operational periods in SCA Command Assist first. It'll then just automatically generate them in Caltopo for you. That's the better way to do things. It's not the only way, but it is the easier way. The initial setup in Caltopo does require your Caltopo team account, and it does require that your team's admin be involved to generate that key that lets us connect up. But that's a one-time thing. They can just get that set up for you, and then you're good to go. You don't need to have an admin present on every task, just that initial setup when you're getting the two systems connected together. And finally, the sync is only available at this point for online Caltopo. It doesn't work with the offline version. So if you've got no internet at this time, there's no sync, but that may be a feature we look at in the future. So that is the high-level overview. I'm going to now switch to Caltopo and SCA Command Assist to do a little demo. All right, so first I'm going to show you just that initial setup for SCA Command Assist, connecting to Caltopo. So in Caltopo, you'll need to go to, as a team admin, you'll need to bring up this account data screen. And from there, administer whatever your team is. Go to here to administer. And from that screen, you'll just go to details. And down here, service accounts. There is a Caltopo help file that'll walk you through this, and I'll show you where to find that in a minute here. But for now, what you're going to be doing is creating a service account. You're going to give it a title and give it permission. So it does need at least write permission in order to read and write things on your map. So give it write permission, hit create. It's going to give you this one-time code. We need to copy that code. That's going to be super important, and you're not going to be able to generate that again. So write that down somewhere that you're going to be able to access it again. Great. I've written it down on another screen here. So the two things you're going to need now are this credential here and the code we just wrote down. So with those two in hand, I'm going to go to SCA Command Assist. Right here, go to Edit and Options. And you'll notice the new item on the options menu here is Caltopo Sartopo. So credential, we're going to get that credential ID right there. Copy and paste. And then we're going to get that private key we had that we wrote down in a nice safe place. We're going to put it right there. Done. If you need help finding that where to create that key, there's a Caltopo help file right here. If you just click on this button, it'll bring up the help file from Caltopo on how to do exactly what I just showed. So those two done, you can now set your defaults on whether you want things to synchronize and how you want them to work. I'm not going to get into these in great detail right this minute. This is roughly what the defaults are going to be when you first load up the new feature in the new version. But go ahead and adjust these as you desire. Each one of them has a little helper that tells you sort of what that particular one means. So, create default folders as needed. There's a little yak about how that works, and here's the default folders that would create. So go ahead and set up all your defaults the way you like them. And when you're done, just hit save. All right, now we're going to do our first incident with the SAR command assist Caltopo sync. So we've got our incident started up in SAR assist. Go to Caltopo, and we're just going to start a new map. Okay, there's our new map. So I'm going to say that we are looking for someone who was last seen by this lake here. So I'm going to add just any old thing onto the map just to get things started. And then hit save, or let the save prompt come up. Now, critically here, you're going to want to save it to your group or your team account rather than your personal one. That's because that's where that synchronization key we just generated is connected to. So has to be saved to your team account. Which setting you use here isn't important. I like secret. Secret's my default. That's typically what I'm going to be using, so that's what we'll use here. Just again, make sure it's on your team account, not your personal. And hit save. So now that it has saved, we've got the map ID. So you can grab it here out of the top bar, or you can just copy this whole URL. Either one works. And go back to Sartopo, or SAR command assist. And we've got this new button here, Caltopo Sync. So just paste that map right there and hit check. Check will go on, make sure that that connection is valid. So that's checking to make sure your credentials were set up correctly and that you have permission to access this map ID. See the check mark there means it's good. You can customize the sync settings for this particular incident if you don't want to do what you normally do. But these should draw from your defaults that we set in that options screen. So once you're happy with all these settings, go ahead and hit Start Sync. And there we go. So the sync has happened. You can see right away on the background there in Caltopo, we've already got our operational period created. We've got all these lovely folders created automatically, and that's sort of my standard organizational structure on a map. So that gets you started right away. So now let's make an assignment. So we're going to go to Add and an area assignment. Again, it's important you use these SAR objects. So line assignment, buffer assignment, area assignment, not just lines and polygons. So create a new area assignment. I'm just going to blob it out there. Make sure it's assigned to operational period. And here we go. And again, the process may take a few seconds, but there we go. So there's 101. So there's not much there yet, but we're going to give it a description here in SAR command assist. Give it a visual sweep. Great. And hit save. And now again, it may take a few seconds, but we've already gotten the numbering automatically. And it should pull that description through in a second as well. While we're waiting for that, we're just going to make a few more assignments. Let's make another assignment here. Again, the important thing is we're connecting it to that operational period. Notice I am not setting any numbers yet. SAR command assist can do that for me, so there's no need. Just listen to your own advice, Dylan. Make sure you set things to an operational period. Other than the op period, I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just creating a few random blobby assignments. There you go. So 102 has been, and 103 have been automatically numbered. And there's the description for 101. So someone could bring that up and see what they're supposed to be doing. And back in SAR Command Assist, there's our 3 assignments. Now our 4 assignments. You'll notice that they are automatically being set to the planned status. When we start updating status in SAR Command Assist, they should show up in SAR Topo as well, or Caltopo as well. So I'm going to change 101, say they're beginning their assignment. So their status is execution in SAR Command Assist. Now, if we go, may take a minute here, but we're going to change the display settings here. Instead of color by operational period, color by status, and we should see that change come through. There we go. So we can leave that color by status, and that's, I think, my new favorite thing to do, because as assignments get completed, for example, 104 happened really quick. They're complete. Save, and now fairly quickly we're going to see it come off the map and be marked as completed. So while we're waiting for that, we're just going to make a clue or two. So we'll make a clue here. Find a clue. So 101 found that. And another clue over here. Right. And you can see now it turned purple a few minutes ago. That's the status being set to completed. And if we were to open that up, we would see status completed there. We've got our 2 clues added in. Go back into SAR Command Assist. Go into Planning and Clues, and there are those 2 lovely clues. We can open them up and add more detail as we need to. So there's the 2 pieces of detail that was added in Caltopo, but we can add more as well, and obviously it's pulled the coordinate automatically. And it's indicated which team found the clue as well. That's happened, again, automatically based on the link between the 2. As we move forward and create a new operational period, so there's OP2 now. You should see that show up. Yep, there it is. So there, it's created the second operational period, and it's created the per operational period folders for that operational period as well. And that's it. So it's yeah, it's an exciting new feature. I'm super happy to have it and start using it on my tasks. It's going to be a big time saver, especially on a search where you're putting a bunch of assignments down. But even just having it keep them synchronized together, automatically numbered, and keep the status linked together, I think it's going to be a big help on pretty much any task. So hopefully you find it as useful as I do. If you want to discuss it, ask questions about it, that kind of thing, go ahead and go to support, and you can join our Discord community or submit a ticket. Either way is a good way to reach out and chat. So hope this helps. Everybody stay safe.